everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Melinda and I post about literally anything and everything I'm currently passionate about. As you all might know, I'm a girl, I wear makeup, and there are days where I just want to be like extra but not too extra. Today is one of those days and I'm gonna call this the date night look. This is a look that you go for if you want to be like a little bit extra but not too extra at the same time. I hope you guys enjoy. Without further ado, let's just get into the video, shall we? Okay, so now that our hair is up, we are going to move on to our base. And as you all know, I don't believe in primer. I really don't see any difference. Maybe it's because I don't really have very visible pores. Maybe, I don't know. But I do put something underneath my makeup, and that is this. Pretty sure that you guys have seen this in the previous video before. And it is the C Firma Day Serum by Drunk Elephant. And this is a great serum if you're looking for rejuvenated looking skin, brightening. And what I do is I just rub it all over my skin and it absorbs straight in there. It actually comes out as a yellow liquid, and a lot of reviews say that sometimes for some skin types it leaves a yellow tint on their skin, but for me, as far as I'm concerned, it does not have that sort of effect on me. It makes my skin feel so nourished and great, and it's like tacky but like not in like a disgusting way, if you get what I mean. Okay, so next thing is foundation, and I use the Bobbi Brown Skin Foundation, and this is in the shade Warm Beige 3.5. I don't know, it's so weird because I come from like a country that's near the equator, right? I come from a pretty hot country, a pretty hot climatic country, and it's like summer all year round. But for some reason I'm tanner here, and I don't really know why. I don't really know why that is. So I just put it all over my face, and you want to do this quick. Like, you don't want to like make long brush strokes because that leaves sort of like uneven distribution, if you get what I mean. Anyone who uses brushes would know what I mean. And I think like the reason why I prefer using a brush is because it doesn't absorb that much product. So overall, you're like saving money on foundation because it'll last longer. Booger. I don't want to jinx it, but I sure love the weather today. I'm actually doing some grocery shopping later with a friend. I feel like my days are so lame compared to you guys. You think we're good, guys? I have like sneaky pimples, if you get what I mean. Like those pimples that sort of want to come out but are not fully showing themselves yet. This is so annoying because you feel this little like hump on your skin but you can't do anything about it. Like, you can't apply anything because there's nothing to apply, but you can feel it there. So I had like the most awkward thing happen to me just now, but most of the time my awkward situations happen because I'm just an awkward person and I do not know how to handle human interaction. So I live in a university accommodation, and for some reason I am in the university accommodation that's catered mostly to postgraduate students, and like there are a bunch of them talking outside, right outside my door, and I just walked in because I didn't know what to say. If you're wondering, that's the Mario Badescu facial spray that I always love. I want to get the lavender one because I had a whiff of it the other day when I was in Mecca Cosmetica, and it smelled amazing. Okay, so before I do anything, I'm gonna set my face because you don't want any creasing. I didn't do this in my last tutorial because I'm not a beauty guru. This is the Laura Mercier translucent powder, and what I do is I take it on a fluffy brush like this. As you can see, it's got a bit messed up here, and I just put it all over my face. People like to like properly bake. Unfortunately, I'm not a beauty guru, so I think about that coin. This has lasted me forever, guys, honestly, because I refuse to do the baking. I refuse to do the baking, like the ones where you put like a hair cloth and just like sweep it off. Nah, fam, you're sweeping off my money right there. So if you see me looking in a weird direction or in any of my videos, if I'm looking at a weird direction, I'm looking at the screen. That's like my flip out screen of my camera, because sometimes this camera doesn't focus well. I get so annoyed when I see the footage. Now that we've already set our face and there's no more creasing that we need to worry about, we move on to contouring. I like to go in with a cream contour. This is my favorite cream contour, and it is called the Hoola Quickie Contour Stick. So there are parts of your face where the light naturally hits, and there are parts of your face that like would naturally cast a shadow. You just want to enhance those features. So with a day night look, you sort of want to like aim to be flirty but also natural. You don't want to put too much contour, you get what I mean. Oops, we forgot the nose. You got to get the nose snatched, honey. You want to give the impression that you're a natural beauty even if you're like a 2 in real life. Then I like to go in with my buffering brush, and this is the slanted brush by The Body Shop. And just to like an FYI, these brushes are all cruelty free. They aren't like super cheap or anything, but they are super high quality and they buff your contour out really well. I'm having major period cramps today, guys. Major period cramps. So I'm thinking about doing like a whole like bad girl look, but I'm looking for like the perfect dark lip, and I'm like struggling between 2 brands, Ofra and Jeffree Star. So as you can see, when I do my nose, I just narrow the brush like this. I like squeeze the tip. I just run it up and down until it just buffs out. We don't want harsh lines, people. We want blendedness. Okay, so now that the contour is in place, we want to put in some blush, and I'm gonna introduce my favorite product of all, and it is the Nude Stick In The Nude. Oh my god, this is messed up. I messed it up. The name is In The Nude, and it is one of my favorite makeup products of all time. It's a bit on the pricier end, but it is definitely worth the purchase. It's by this brand run by two girls, I think, and they're all about like natural and convenient makeup. Actually, I have my eye on the tinted blur at the moment, and I don't know, I just want to buy everything on their website. And yeah, I just take this and I dab it, and with this thing, again with cream products in general, a little goes a long way, and so I just do it like boop, 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 boop. So you can see there, right, like the pigment, and I just buff it out with my slanted brush again. Buff it out with my slanted brush. Oh, my hair. See how rosy that made my face look? I'm living for it. It's like not too much. It's like a natural hue, if you get what I mean. It looks like a natural hue. And now that's done, we ought to move on to the eyes. What I like to do for the eyes first is, again, taking the cream contour, and I just dab it on my finger and I go all over my lid, basically to give it a bit of depth. If you guys didn't know, I have a bit of lips. I can't say it, but yeah, I can't say my T and S's very well, so don't judge me for that. Take me as I am. I feel like it used to be a thing that I used to be so self-conscious about, but now I've just accepted that it's who I am. It's one of my little quirks, and people just have to deal with it, you know. So yeah, and then I go back into blush and I do the same thing. Fingers galore, people. I'm actually not a fan of using fingers, but sometimes we need to make exceptions in life, and this is one of them. Beauty. So what you're looking at now is more or less my everyday look, minus the brow gel and everything to make sure that my hair and my brows are the same color, but this is pretty much what I do on a day-to-day basis. And I just pop on a bit of highlight, and that's how I go out to face the world. But today we are trying to be extra, so none of that. Now it's the important part. We move on to my one and only palette. We're going in with mousse right here, and we're going all over the lid. Window shoot motion. Like, you want to be unapologetic, because the key to good makeup is good blend. Just keep doing it until you're satisfied. I passed up my last assignment for the semester, and I just feel like de-stressing today, guys. I'm putting on makeup for absolutely no reason. Well, technically I'm still going out, but I'm going out to get groceries, so it's not much of a reason. I'm having pasta tonight, guys. Are we excited? And like, I don't even have to cook this time, which is like the best thing in the world. Now what do we want to do? So I'm thinking of going in with some more mousse and add some truffle in there. Oh, I hope I don't like mess this up. Don't mess it up, Melinda. Don't mess it up. Because I don't do it the proper way, it's so easy for me to like mess up. So I think I'm gonna give you guys a close-up on like how I do this. So it's literally me going like window shield motion, but not too much. Just making sure that the majority of the pigment stays within the outer V of my eye. Not that I have much space there, but we are trying to give the illusion of space. We want to go in with as much pink as possible with nugget right here. You want to like really get in there because nugget is a bit stubborn when it comes to color payoff. It's not great. Okay, never mind. Color payoff is literally not there. Okay. Aborting mission. We are going in with Chikuton palette because you know benefit always comes true. This is the Chikuton palette, and sometimes like I remember there was one I did that when I went to Korea that I was really happy with. I used this all over my lid, and like at this point I'm just trying to buff everything together. You guys get what I'm trying to say, right? Like I know that I can't talk, but like you guys get what I'm trying to say. I'm going in with Dallas, by the way, on this palette to like darken my crease. Helicopter in the sky. I don't know if it shows up on camera, but we are gonna try to put some more of this. Oops, that's the brush end of it. Sorry. Some more of this. This is literally me making things up as I go. But yeah, we are gonna try to put some more of it in the nude. My eyelids are looking crusty, people. Okay, I'm starting to like how this looks up close. I think y'all deserve like a closer look. Like if you're trying to apply anything on your like eye, try to use this little finger right here. It is by far the most delicate finger that you own. Oh shit. Okay, this is so much better. I told you guys this is my favorite product. The color payoff is like remarkable. Like look at that. Does that not just scream pigment? Okay, maybe not to like extra makeup people out there. For a non-extra person, that screams pigment because like I'm so into the like natural makeup look. Now that we are done and we fixed the crusty situation, I want to do which I always do, which is I look like I'm hunching, but I really am though. I want to do what I always do, which is like drag the look down to my lower lash. This is an angled brush that people typically use for like drawing liner or filling in their brows, but we're all about versatility here. Satisfied. Now we are going back with this palette and we are drawing in our liner. I'm not using a liquid liner here because I want that soft look. I'm going in with the two darkest brown colors on this palette, which is Truffle and Pudding, and I am lining the outer part of my eye. See what I did there? Also, it like sort of like limits how much you need to touch your lash extensions if you do have lash extension. That is how the eyes look right now. We are more or less done for our eyes. I am going to go in with my Brow Faux primer. Using this, my brows don't fall off my face. Then I go in with the Precisely Brow in number 2. Then I like to brush things out with my spoolie that came with the set as well. Do you guys tweeze or tread or wax your brows? Either way, don't you feel like pulling the hair out by this root? It's like the best thing ever because it actually stays hairless a little longer. There you are. This is my favorite thing at the moment. It is the 3D Brow Tones, and it's basically a tinted brow gel. Like I know I'm meeting somebody later, but like even when I'm meeting them, I'm gonna take this all off because I'm not a makeup kind of girl unless I have an occasion to do it. But let me check my phone first so that I'm not pissing anybody off. So I have 15 minutes before the person gets here, and now that we're done with our brow, we are going in with the Petal Lash Mascara by Shuamura, my favorite brand ever in the world. I believe in this, right? I believe every single brand has a target market. Shuamura just happens to be Asian. Okay, so now that we got our lower lashes done and everything else in check, I've ran out of highlighter because, as you guys know from the last video, I've hit pan. So I'm going in with one of the shimmer shades here. I forgot what it's called. I think it's Champagne. Oh no, it's Butter Pecan. And I'm going to run this on top of my nose. Run here, see stuff, cover it. Give me some shine, give me some shine. This is so not extra, but I'm looking at it. It's who I am, people. My favorite part to highlight a Cupid's bow. So yeah, once I'm done with that, I just go over with my favorite lip balm at the moment. It is the Hoorah in Black Cherry, and it is a red tinted lip balm. You could totally go like this if it's like a daytime date, but if you want to amp it up a bit, get a proper nude lipstick and just like So this is my finished look. I hope you guys like it. Yeah, if you like what I'm doing, please subscribe and I'll see you next week.